I guess it's time for the villains to start running.
Man, oh man, I'm telling you, those cartoon characters here. But nonetheless, here comes another good question here right now out of the Tennessee. Are we the next $100 billion city? Check this out. Nashville, Tennessee, according to the Tennessee, is about to rank number 3 of all of the fastest growing cities in America. The city ranks 3rd in the country based on the rate of growth of the gross metropolitan product, or GMP, which measures the value of all goods and services produced within a metropolitan area. So during 2013, that would be actually the other CMA Fest, Nashville grew its GMP by 4.2%, double the national average of 2.1%. Not to mention what's already happening this year. We already got some awesome news right over here, how this whole thing working out, and Nashville already the fastest growing city in our area over here, number 3 nationwide spot, and how this whole thing has played out with the CMA Fest and some other great news that's been happening right now. We'll see in this journal right now. Enjoy. Hello there everybody, welcome to the New Music City Journal of June. Yes, June, and everybody remember this kind of stuff, frosty sight right over here. Yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. Is actually a market woman from Yakutsk at the heartwarming minus 56 degrees. Yeah, that's Fahrenheit or Celsius, doesn't matter, it's about the same thing. And remember, it looks like it was not even too long ago we dealt with similar temperatures. Well, I mean, not us, but them over there. And now, this season, we're talking about 90s, and Yakutsk has actually gotten almighty close to this whole situation here. So we're going to take us a look here shortly on how this weather situation has gotten out to us. Now, we're going to take us a close look on to some recent event that has been, taken place here so far. We're going into the highlights of the CMA Music Festival here, and everybody now knows that's what actually Nashville is pretty much famous for, and this is what we're all known about. And here comes a little overview of what has happened here so far and how this whole thing was coming to place. And we had here some interesting lineups coming up, and as I'm just going through a few little facts like over here, it looks alright, pretty much like this. We had as a special guest, special appearances, we had Jason Aldean, Lenny Kravitz, Sheryl Crow, Charlie Daniels, Kate Rock, Jason Martz, Kenny Rogers, Trisha Yearwood, Tim McGraw. And these were just only the surprise guest performers, and this year was already, the way it looks like, another record breaker. If we looking like to the daily attendance, as it reads right over here, website which we're going to is mastars.com, by the way, so for your future references. Daily attendance was around 80,000 fans roughly. That isn't for the entire duration of the festival, but that is the amount they saw for each day. That is an incredible amount of people in one place listening to music. They sold out their tickets 6 weeks prior to the event start date, and all according to the CMA's websites, there was a 13% increase in the number of attendance compared to just last year. Looks like country January is growing like a wildfire. And funny as it is, the tickets are already on sale again for next year's CMA Awards. So if you don't want to miss out all the fun, so make sure grab some of those little tickets already on sale. The dates for next year's festival are roughly again Thursdays to Sunday, 5 to 8. Apparently the tickets for the next year's are already flying out the box office, selling 52% faster than this year's CMA's Fest right here. So it looks like that there is already a good situation coming up for next year's, maybe a lot higher a tendency as it was this year. And pretty much how it looks like is the best example here. If we're looking up to our site, that is the CMAworld.com, and I got a little overview right here for us, how this whole thing looked from different stages. Now, not only different festivities were taking place, but also in different stages, and most of the time at the same time here. We had LP Field, Chevrolet Riverfront stage, the Bud Light stage. Then we're going up the Samsung Galaxy stage, hey, all around downtown. Chevrolet Roadhouse stage, that was really in downtown. The Buckle stage, the BMI tailgate party right here, and that was already right in front of the stadium. And then the CMA close-up stage, Durango Music Sports stage, the AT&T Uverse Showcase stage, and the CMA World Global Live. And this whole thing was quite a success, as we can already tell. And I'm just gonna swing over here and give us just some little bitty live footage here on how this whole situation came up on stage for us. And here, live at the corner, recorded from, I guess, one of those fans who was live attending at the concerts. On the left-hand side, Luke Bryan, one of the opening acts. And as you can see, LP Field loaded to the pack. Good camera angle right over here. Unfortunately, I was just like, you know, one corner eventually where a fan was sitting at here. So it's all coming down. And if anybody wants to see more, actually ABC is bringing in more to the account. They will have this whole thing live at, you know, well, recorded but live on TV, so to speak, at August the 5th on ABC at the nighttime broadcast. And well, and for some people who evidently only believe that Music City is only about country music, be warned and made aware of that at June 14th and 15th we actually had a special guest appearance over Smyrna, but also flying right over downtown Nashville, where the U.S. Navy Blue Angels, and they came in quite a bit heavy on their flying equipment. They had planes like the 130 Fat Albert. One of the airplane in the Blue Angel fleet gets his own billing, and it is one of the supersonic Hornets jets, Fat Albert, U.S. Marine Corps C-130 Hercules airlifter. That Fat Albert's team support plane, but it flies his own solo performance at air shows and demonstrating the surprising nimbleness of the four-top transport. And you saw new, modern, old, all kinds of planes that were coming up over here, and kind of like missed it personally here. I would have loved to provide some shots, but due to my own scheduling here, it wasn't really quite possible to come this in. But they were doing some nice performances here in the downtown area, flying over downtown and right back to Smyrna. And how this whole thing came up, there's also some little bitty footage available right here on YouTube. I'm not going to take this far away from you guys, and here's some excerpts on what has happened. That's the Boeing FA-18 Hornet that we're looking at right over here. Nice little lineup right here of those couple of guys, which be performing some real cool things in the air in just moments. And again, this is footage taken, of course, right on YouTube. That's been made available right over here, and it's been going some little buffer stages as it happens occasionally. I'm going to let you know, all you have to do is just type in Tennessee Air Show, and there's a lot of footage available here. One of the best clear shots that actually came right up over here. And here's some, they have some cool little stunts right over here. And this was all visible right from Smyrna up into the downtown area. And a cool little thing to check out. And this was an event totally more or less unlikely what Music City usually gets to see. And here we are approaching some little close-up scenes right from the center stage area, which is at one point in time it had me thinking it was kind of like getting a little scary scenes around, because they're just sometimes just a couple feet or sometimes just inches away from each other. Couple feet away, of course, above from the ground, but inches away from each other on their own kinds. Now, was this some kind of a close-up now, or what? Dangerously close. Well, some things appear to be more dangerously closer for us on the viewpoint than they are actually in the skies. But some really cool stuff you definitely want to keep in your bookmarks for videos to be checked out. And boom, zoom! There was just another one right over here. Very great stuff, and Nashville was target situation guest host for this fancy air show. Well, and speaking of shows, here is just another lookout, upcoming previews of what there is next to be excited about. Is in the round. Bluebird Cafe, of course, has nightly events going on right here. Grand Ole Opry is having Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays is Grand Ole Opry House events right here. And Music City Roots Factory at Franklin on Wednesdays. Musicians Corner, Centennial Park is still going on pretty much until June 28th, but it's also followed by other crazy events that happen on the weekends all the time. Some music, and one thing we're all excited about now is taking place right now is Nashville Dancing in the District, the Riverfront Park event, which is happening every Thursdays. June 12th, I think, till July the 31st. Definitely some stuff to be, checking out. Also, it's Bluegrass Nights at the Ryman from June 26th, July 31st, always on Thursdays. Full Moon Picnicking Party, that goes on quite a bit. That's at Percy Warner Park Equestrian Center from June 13th to October the 3rd. And then it's Jeff Tweedy, Ryman Auditorium, June the 24th. Well, this is almost history for us. Cage the Elephant, Mercer Lounge, June 24th. And Dave Rollins Machine, Ryman Auditorium, June 27th. And Lindsay Sterling, one of my personal favorites, with violin to, modern upbeats at the Ryman Auditorium, June the 28th, right over here. And yeah, we had something seen here earlier weather-wise that we almost put books in the histories right over here. And I normally provide always some live pictures here from Nashville, but it's kind of like getting dark out there. And we're looking into some quite interesting, forecast for us. So tonight is going into a low of the 75s, and maybe with some chances of some isolated thunderstorms. But there is only that thing coming close to an end, and then we have a long time dry spell coming up. If everybody can see this here, a low for tonight of 68. That's of course the night of the 24th of June. We go and then just only shortly into 88 degrees for a high starting tomorrow. Then it's going to be back basically starting on the weekend up to Saturday 28th, all up in the 90s, 94, 96 on July the 1st, 91 and 94 on July the 3rd, and it's going to July the 4th weekend, so it's going to be definitely a hot one. And how does this compare again to other towns, sister cities, for example? Mannheim, Germany, they're looking to that kind of weather that we'll be humbling for. Basically, what we have as a nightly low is their daily high. 73, 76, 75, 74, that's high temperatures till July the 3rd, and the 9 of the 50s. Wouldn't that be a nice place to be at? And then the picture with known so well, Yakutsk, Sakha part of Russia here. Don't be too surprised, there is now a daily high between 60s and 70 degrees, but also an 80 degrees coming at July the 4th. They're already getting a better outlook because they already are on tomorrow's date. They're about way over 12 hours ahead of our time right here. So this is that kind of part of the world where I've shown you the picture here earlier that we've seen not too long ago. Temperatures in the frigid minus below 54 degrees and 60 degrees and so forth. And we're looking up right in here right now. They can actually get some right interesting shots of temperatures. And again, of course, in Nashville, now looking at a most cozy 78 degrees. But again, as the outlook goes, we're just temporarily dropping down to pitching this whole thing right back up. All right, everybody, this is that deal right here that we're looking at, ups and downs, some warmer weather to come. Now, yeah, well, I said it a couple of weeks ago on the last journals that the outlook looks for not as much as of, hotter weather, but it's still going to come, but not as much as we've seen it in 2 or 3 months in the mid-90s or going into the hundreds. So something here is definitely about to change for us in the forecast here. So might get more, so to speak, a milder summer. Let's hope for the best on this kind of situation here. Otherwise, everybody, it was interesting to get you the latest updates. Sorry it was all coming in a little bit late here, but so many things coming up all at once. So let's hope for the best. The next Music City Journal will be, of course, the one for July. So stick around, everybody, and thanks for watching and keeping up the good times, and have a good times. Enjoy whatever's to be out there, and see you soon. Thank you. Go again, waiting on the mailman.